Hello, welcome to our YouTube channel for Libra Aesthetics and Wellness. On Wednesdays, we have a program called Wellness Wednesdays, actually Wine and Wellness Wednesdays, where you can come by with us in person between the hours of 5 to 8, where we'll chit chat, we'll have a little wine, have a little snack, and talk about different topics. So today's topic is on the immune system, immunity. So first of all, let's talk about what is immunity. The immune system protects your body from outside invaders such as bacteria, viruses, fungi, toxins. Your immune system is developed from the time you're born and is made up of different organs, cells, and proteins that work together. There are two main parts of the immune system. One is the innate immune system, which you're born with, and the second one is the adaptive immune system, which develops over time. So regarding the innate immune system, it's like your rapid response system, and it patrols your body looking for foreign invaders so it can put a stop to them. This is active from the moment you're born, and when it recognizes an invader, it goes into action. The main cells in this part of your immune system are the neutrophils. They'll go to the invader, they'll try to phagocytize or sort of put their arms around it so they can digest or eat it up. The acquired immune system develops later as you grow. So this one produces cells that make antibodies. These cells are usually T cells. After you've been exposed to that invader, the T cells can make a specific response depending on what it is. So they can make antibodies. So, for example, an immunization can help you to develop a passive immunity against a virus or bacteria. Like right now we're in a pandemic and they're talking about creating a vaccine. So what that will do is help you make an antibody. So in the event you are infected with, for example, coronavirus, your body will have already created an antibody so you won't get sick. The cells and the organs that are part of your immune system include many different cells and organs in your body. One of them is the adenoids. These adenoids can be in the back of your nasal passage because they protect against many respiratory viruses that can get in that way. The bone marrow is found inside of your bones, inside of long bones. It's rather spongy, and that's where a lot of cells are made. The lymph nodes are little nodules or round you feel them around your neck, for example, when you have a flu or cold or sore throat. And they run along your armpits, they run along your aorta, they run along your groin crease, behind your knees. And these all make different lymphocytes which also fight infection. You have Peyer's patches. These are found in your gut because your gut is a very huge part of your immunity. The Peyer's patches will recognize foods that you eat, toxins, bacteria that you can ingest, and attack them at that local level. The spleen is a big part of your immune system. It's a fist-sized organ that's found on your left upper abdomen right here. You might think of your spleen when you have something like mono. They might say don't do contact sports for a few weeks because the spleen is enlarged and it can rupture, for example. And if someone doesn't have a spleen, we do call them immunosuppressed. The thymus, this is important in children. It's found in the neck here, and this one also helps to develop T lymphocytes, specialized cells that can fight infection. The tonsils, these are in the back of your throat. You've heard about tonsillitis. That's when it's inflamed and infected, and it can happen when you've had recurrent infections and the tonsils are active trying to fight them. A lot of times they are removed, and that does weaken your immune system to some degree. So in terms of what you can do to boost your immune system, it's a whole, you have to do something on a generalized level for your body to do so. Because as I mentioned, the immune system, it affects many organs and it's also different types. So you can do things like a few things to strengthen your immune system, and I'll list a few here below. One is outdoor exercise or even HIIT exercise. HIIT is a high intensity interval training where you stress your body and then you have a little time to recoup and you stress your body again. Doing that, it really boosts your immune system because the same cells that fight infection and inflammation will come out to see what's the whole big deal here. why you're stressing me out, and it'll help you to boost your immunity over time. Light also helps. There are many cells in your body that react to light, including cells in your brain, your retina, the back of your eye. It senses daylight, it senses when things change, and that signals to your immune system how to respond as well. Food. There are certain foods that are known to have anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, and immunity boosting properties. Some foods could include blueberries or other berries. Lots of foods that are the spectrum of the rainbow are very helpful in immunity. Another thing is dark chocolate, because it contains certain compounds that help to boost your immune system. That's a good one. I can do dark chocolate. Almonds and other nuts can be useful as well in that regard. Yogurt, because it has probiotics and things that are helpful to the gut. Garlic, that's used in a lot of cooking. Garlic is known to be very anti-inflammatory. It can even kill bacteria and viruses in a petri dish. Things like cloves and other spices do the same thing because they have different aromatic compounds that are known to boost immunity. Another thing that you can do to boost your immune system is to relax, deal with your stress. Because stress is known to really wreak havoc on the immune system. It wreaks havoc on your adrenal glands, and it helps you aren't able to cope with stresses. Stresses happen so quickly. You almost involved in an accident, that's a stressor, or you even having a nightmare is a stressor, and your body can't deal with that. So trying to deal with your stress is very important, and you can do so in different ways. You can try meditation. You can try learning to do deep breathing, cyclical breaths, and just redirecting your thoughts instead of going down the rabbit hole of wondering what could be, what should be, because you can't control that. Fluids are very essential. That's having enough water, because your cells are stressed once they're dehydrated. So it's important to have enough water in your system. Generally, we say 8 glasses a day, unless you have like heart failure or kidney problem or for some other reason. In terms of wellness, I feel like you can do simple things for yourself. You can take a warm bath. You can take a warm cup of ginger tea. You can even have a little glass of wine. Some wines are anti-inflammatory as well. So these are things you might want to consider just doing for yourself on a routine basis. Another thing is avoiding stressors. Stressors could be as simple as social media, being on it all the time, because there's some things that trigger an over release of dopamine, and after a while you can't cope with. Your brain and neurotransmitters get out of whack, and that could be a whole other topic we'll have to discuss one Wellness Wednesday. Another thing you might want to do is using sauna and shower, which is cold and heat alternating, is known to boost your immune system, because in the same way I think it stresses your cells to want to fight an invader, and you're just doing it on a more in a way that you can control. Here in our clinic, we have many vitamins, whether intramuscular, intravenous, or oral supplements that we can recommend to persons who are interested in boosting their immune system. So I'll mention a few of them here. One is riboflavin. Riboflavin is vitamin B2, and this is a very essential vitamin for the immune system. It helps to convert fats, carbohydrates, and proteins into the necessary building blocks. Without that, you can't have the full use of what you eat. The other one is B1, which is thiamine. Thiamine is essential for brain health. It's essential for your nerves. And obviously, if your nerves are not working properly, you will not be able to adapt well to stress. So that's a very essential vitamin. Magnesium. This is a mineral. It helps all the cells in your body to be able to function properly. It helps to improve your metabolism, and it also helps with nutrient absorption. So that's vital. Vitamin D. This has been found to be a huge vitamin in immunity. In the adaptive immune system, it helps the cells that recognize pathogens or different toxins to react. So you're finding that people with a low vitamin D level do not have the amount of immunity that they need to fight those foreign invaders. So that's a very essential vitamin, and here in our clinic we give this intramuscularly. You can buy a 6-pack, you can get it as a walk-in if you like. Vitamin C. We all know vitamin C is essential for immunity. Even the sailors on ships gone by had to take vitamin C because they would get scurvy when they were on those boats, when they never had fresh food, and they would be very prone to infections. So your grandmother's right when she says, eat an orange, you're getting a cold, or drink some orange juice. So what does vitamin C do? What this helps is it helps to heal. It helps with healing because it's one of the vital minerals in dealing with vitamins in dealing with production of collagen, for example, which is vital for wound healing. It also helps in preventing, helping the cells be more robust in preventing phagocytation of infection and bacteria and viruses. Zinc. That's another one we hear about quite often. How this helps the immune system? In many ways. One, it can reduce an allergic response, which is very stressful on the body. It can also help with regulating the immune system and how it responds. It's a big cascade in immunity. So without zinc, for example, it's known to help with viral replication. So me, for example, if I'm been around COVID patients, because if I didn't tell you before, I'm also an infectious disease physician, I will suck on some zinc lozenges, which I'm hopeful will help me with preventing viral attachment in my pharynx here. So we have pyridoxine, vitamin B6. This one, it helps your bones, it helps your heart, and it helps your kidneys. This one is vital for regulating the cell membranes and for helping with cholesterol synthesis, essential for immunity. We have vitamin B12, which is, this vitamin helps particularly in the red cells. It's helpful in how you have the cell development of these cells, which are vital in immunity. It also helps with your white blood cells as well. And niacin is vitamin B3, which assists particularly the skin, the digestive system, even your eyes, your brain as well in development and in being protected for immunity. So an option you can do is have B complex, which is another intramuscular nutrient we have here to get a plethora of vitamins, of the B vitamins all at once. Calcium, this is essential for immunity. It helps with vitamin D and calcium. These are like a tag team with immunity. It also helps with your healthy brain. And the calcium deficiency is known to also sort of trigger things like anxiety and depression. So you can do also an intravenous formula, which will have a combination of these vitamins and minerals to have a more quick way of getting it bioavailable directly into your cells. So we offer that option as well. So you can call us for a consultation, or you can walk in during the hours. We're here until usually 5 p.m., 6 p.m. So you can just call us at 772-388-9155, and we'll be happy to see you. We'll make some oral recommendations for you as well. We can send it to you via our partner Fullscript, so you can have directions as to how to take those supplements. So this is a second installation of Wine and Wellness Wednesdays. We're happy to see you in person, and we'd love to take care of you. Thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe.